Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Watch it back. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is our house, baby. This is our house.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh.
Ready, set. Push it back. Push it back. All eyes on the ball, baby. All eyes on the ball.
Looking to throw right away. Pickett. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. The Steelers had 10-6 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And maybe shames in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So the Rams call on Johnny. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Lawrence will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Check. You ready to
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Gets around, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tony Pollard with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Pickett rolling to his right. Pickett lost it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Opposite.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Here's Pollard again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Straight zone, Travis.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. There's Trimble, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw on target to Godwin here. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A handoff as they run the counter play. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because Your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Block it.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From midfield now, Lawrence. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football, trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jahan Dotson, a 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21. Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Pickett to throw on first down. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Now back to throw. That caught by Tremble. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Deron Payne able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw here. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Traylon Burks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. And he will find his man on the outside. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Pickett now from the gun here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Pickett sets up play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Reload!
On second down, they'll run it here. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Lawrence. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Traylon Burks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. This one caught by Crowder. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
To the air on first down with Pickett. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 5 yards remain on second down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Pickett right back to the air again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Hold it ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
19 Lions. 18 Lions.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tommy Tremble, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pickett will try to throw for this. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there, 21 yards the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Pickett now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Pickett. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Pickett on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Here's Lawrence to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This